Hello everybody, and I hope you're having a fantastic day, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the step up spawn that just came out. It has finally occurred. We finally get the 37 cost armors and 38 cost weapons, 38 cost armors and 37 cost weapons that we've been also talking about, that they kind of released once and then never did again. So awesome to see they are back, but they are in a step up spawn, so yay, kind of. At least they don't have any abilities that aren't worth dying for, so that's the good thing. So let's actually get into these and everything surrounding these. Okay, so I think they have the basic exclusive skill. It's nothing new. If you are new to this game though, these exclusive skills, some of these are good. When you see that chance to ignore defense, the target's defense and magic defense by 50%, don't be like, oh, must be one of the best weapons in the game. I first thought that myself too, but it's not the case. It really isn't. Like, there are moves out there where if you use them right, not moves, but skills out there that are more helpful. Like, they do like an ability power boost or give buff, and there's some that boost ability power so significantly. This ignore 50 defense and magic defense, unless you're fighting like a rook, perhaps, say, or I don't know, something with stupid high defense. It's usually not going to be all too helpful. Plus, the proc rate on these is half the amount of non-exclusive skills. If not, I think it's somewhere around there. But yeah, that's the issue with exclusive skills and everything surrounding it. So these right here, what I recommend, these even good exclusive skills. This one's a pretty decent one. Not the best in the game, but it does do, without like the proc rate per se, for example. It can do a good amount of damage as a skill. The Lancer one right here is more orientated towards breaking, though if you most enemies break quite easily, so it's not all too needed, the bonus to break. The staff one, this is more of a berserker type scenario situation, because as a mage, most mages are using Siphon, and because they're using Siphon, they're consistently healing themselves, and they don't really, even if this does activate, which there's a low chance, it's really hard to get that type of like ability power from this, because they're not consistently damaging themselves, but they're doing the actual opposite. They're consistently healing themselves with the move Siphon, so that's that and everything surrounding it. And that's interesting too. The cosmetic, the female cosmetic, I wonder how it would look walking around in Unison with a fin. You ain't got legs anymore, you got fins, ladies. Or guys that like to dress up as girls for their character. Either one. You got fins now, so you can officially swim in air in Unison League now. You don't have to walk anymore, so if you ever want to do that, if that's one of your like lifelong goals, or like one of your dreams that you ever imagined, you can now accomplish it. At least I hope you can, because the rates may not be favorable to you. But anyways, let's actually look at a skill and stop talking about the fins. Okay, so reduce damage taken by 16% for the first 30 seconds of a battle. It gets boosted by 20 at level 5. So it's pretty much a 20% at level 5. If I'm looking at this is also the exact same thing. The only difference, if you actually look at them, if you pause, if you want to 100% study this, if you don't, I'll tell you the difference right now. The only difference between both of these is the double XL compared to the XL gives 5 more seconds at the beginning than the XL. So that's the only difference. The effectiveness, the actual damage reduced, does not increase whatsoever. All that increases is the activation time for this opening skill. It increases by 5 seconds, so instead of 30 seconds, it's now 35 seconds of a battle, and that's really the only difference. Is it to die for? No. I would recommend having it, absolutely, if you don't have, perhaps, say, the crystal of... You need 2 of these, by the way, because you can only have 2 defensive opening skills with each other. The first thing I'd recommend is having these, the Crystal of Sacred Altar Armors, adding them on, and then like throwing like a damage down double XLs in your main slots so that way they get the boost, or perhaps say maybe nullifies. If you're interested in nullifies, you can do that too. But yeah, that's what I would do first, is I would throw those in there and work with those. If you don't have those though, this whole like almighty cut that they have for the armors is the next best bet for you if you don't have those defensive opening skills from the Crystal Sacred Altar, because not everybody has them. If you play this game for a long time, or if you're super well, you probably have enough, or at least all of them, if not all of them. So this is kind of like a plan B type defense opening skill, ironically. That's really all I gotta say about that and everything surrounding it. So let's talk about the step up spawn and see what they got cooking. Let's see if they got any good rates or anything surrounding that scenario and situation. Okay, so I didn't realize this when I was actually talking about the defense gear. You actually, of course, there's like the helmets and the armor, so you will get a split, but they offer, it looks like there's these select there. Okay, so here's the cost 27 SSR weapons or body defense gear. They start from cost 36 and slowly make their way down all the way to, you guessed it, cost 33 armors and cost 32 weapons. Thankfully, there's only one set. After that, it increases by one cost. Then after that, it increases by another cost. So it looks like if I keep going up, yes. So there's one set for each cost. So there's one set for the 32, one set for the 33, one set for the 34, one set for the 35. I like that. That's a lot more balanced than perhaps say what you were doing before, doing like 3 33 sets and then like 1 36 set. That's not cool. So I like this a lot more than what you recently had going before. But anyways, then the second and third step. The second step, you're guaranteed one select defense gear, and then the third step, you're guaranteed one select weapon. So it's very, very awesome that they have them split. Instead of like one step only offers one of them, you get one in one step and the other in the other step. So that's very, very cool that you're getting like one guaranteed weapon and defense gear throughout the whole step up. But be warned, this is random when it comes to the weapons, so if you are doing this, don't expect to, you could get the weapon on your first try, but don't expect it to actually, like, it's not guaranteed to have the weapon of your class at all. For as how many times you spawn, and I've done one of these step ups, the Art of Step Up, the last one they had, like I think 4 times, and I absolutely could not get the weapon for the life. I got literally every weapon except for the bow, and I'm an archer, so I just want to warn you guys and gals about that. But alright, so the last thing I want to talk about is the price. 80 gems. Would 80 gems be worth it? For the most part, I'd say heck yeah. Of course, you are kind of gambling with the whole not weapon guaranteed, but it's all 37 cost, and getting both the featured weapon and armor guaranteed, though again the weapon may not be of your class, is cheap. It's for sure cheap. If you're looking for that type of gear score or the skill sounds suitable to you, definitely cheaper than any treasure spawn can offer. Like you gotta do like multiple spawns. By the time you're done using, what, 120 gems or something of the sort, you're getting one featured piece. This is for 80 gems, you're getting 2 featured pieces. So if you're talking about like gear score, and the fact that they're the highest cost of the game and everything surrounding that, for sure this is a better deal than like an average treasure spawn or an average divine grace spawn, for sure. So all hands down, yeah, it's definitely worth the price it is, but that's the most thing I could tell you about. I know I said this like 1,000 times, but this is like the most thing, like this is the thing you want to be the number one most cautious about when you're actually doing this, is the guaranteed select weapon. If you don't want to deal with the rates, you don't have to, but if you're interested, because it is a cheap price for what they have to offer, definitely it's there and it's an available option, and it's quite cheap for what they have. So that's all I gotta say for this video. Thank you for tuning in, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped out. This is the AzureWrath, and I'll catch you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.